if you saw that then, but you can just see how much later you can brake. Hey guys, it's Luke here and welcome back to another video. You join me today here at VGS, here in Swindon with my Golf R, of course, on a, well, simply lovely day. The rain is beating down and that is entirely the reason why we have a second set of wheels and tyres. And I have hinted in some recent content, both here on my YouTube channel and also over on my Instagram, that there's going to be a lot of changes going on with this car over the next few months. Of course, we are now here in winter time, as you can tell. Here in the UK, there is not really much track days or much track action going on. And so it's a perfect time to kind of take the car off the road a little bit, or kind of have it, give it some downtime really, to then upgrade it accordingly, and then all ready for next season. Now, I am just picking the car up here from VGS. It's been here for about a day or so, having the first part of what is going to be the winter build of this car. This car over the last 3 years has gone from a completely stock Mark 7 Golf R to what you see right here. And yes, there is a lot of changes that I now want to do, further upgrades, further things which haven't really focused on too much, such as suspension. That is the plan over the winter. And the first piece of that puzzle has just been fitted. Now, considering what was the last video of this car on the channel, you can probably already guess exactly what it is that we've had done today. Now, if you didn't see that video, I had a little bit of a whoopsie with the brakes on this car at a recent track day. In fact, it was the last track day of this year. Well, at least I thought it was, until I might have a plan. Maybe a loose plan in this video, but we'll wait and see if I can bring that into fruition. So yeah, I had a little bit of a whoopsie. Essentially, I didn't realize how low my pads were. They went metal to metal, and it was just, it just wasn't very fun. So that happened, which was great. Definitely a very silly mistake to make. But those of you that are in the know with, you know, track cars, performance cars, that kind of thing, you'll be aware of one brake kit, which is the daddy of all brake kits. And you already know that that's what I've got, so I'm just going to show you. This is exactly what we have. I've filmed so many cars with this brake kit on, so it was only right for me to get it fitted to my car. And to be honest, that was the end goal. The old Forge kit that I had on here before, the 6-pot Forge kit, was brilliant. Really, really enjoyed it, but to be honest, part supply in terms of pads and replacement discs and things, it just isn't there. And the reason why I've got this is because there are parts everywhere for this kit. So what makes up this kit? Of course, we have a set of brand new 6-pot AP calipers. Now, this whole kit is the AP 5000R brake kit. Yeah, you would have heard of it before, definitely. And actually, we have some part-worn components within this. As I said, brand new calipers. However, the discs and the pads, which I'll give you more info on what they are in a moment, are actually part-worn. Now, picture it. These came off a British touring car, BTCC, and you know, if you're qualifying, for example, and if the discs and the pads get slightly worn, they're not optimal. And therefore, to these race teams, they are pretty much garbage. Hence why there's a certain chap out there by the name of Malk Buck, who basically buys all that old stock and then sells it on. This therefore means that there is stock for replacement discs and replacement pads everywhere, because British Touring Car is a massive season, loads of teams, and they're always going through brakes. Now, exactly what is it that we have on the car? We have the 368mm J-hook discs, and we also have a set of ST45 pads. Another Golf R rolling past. So yeah, that is essentially the entire kit. There's also some Hell braided lines, and we've also naturally done a fresh brake fluid change. Obviously, you had to bleed the system when doing all of this because it's a complete brake overhaul. So this, to be honest, was a long-term plan of mine to fit this kit to the car. The rears are actually still stock. So the pads that I've got on it, they are DS 1.11s, standard caliper, standard disc. Don't really think it's necessary to do that, but that looks really cool. and that looks really stock, so I think we're going to have to change that at some point. But yeah, that is the first piece of the puzzle for the winter build, is what I'm going to be calling it. But to be honest, I have had a little meeting with the team here from VGS, because this car will be coming back to them fairly soon for even more upgrades. In fact, it's going to be here probably on site for about a month, I think, in total, because there's a long list, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But how good does this look? Very, very cool. So that is exactly how you turn something negative into something positive. And it's always good fun to do a track day after I've had something changed and upgraded on the car. So that is what I'm trying to do. I know I said that Oulton Park was going to be my last track day of the year. That's where little break whoopsie happened. But I think for this video it would be cool, because I've got to run them in. Well, I say run them in. They're actually part one, so they've already technically been run in. Anyway, farewell to the team at VGS. As I said, the car will be back just after the new year. So I'm actually filming this video kind of is it gonna scrape? No. Mid-December, a little bit up in the air, of course, with the obvious Christmas being just around the corner. But yeah, finally, we've got the AP kit fitted to the car. I know a couple of my friends will be very happy that this is now fitted on the car, because it's just the go-to for any track build. So I'm definitely very looking forward to next season. In fact, when the rest of this car, I say the rest of the car because it'll never be complete. It's a project car. It will never be done. But yeah, first of many upgrades fitted to the car in the next few months. Let's see if I can book a track day behind the scenes, and then we can properly test out this kit. Fast forward a little bit of time and you join me at a track I have never been to before. This is Brands Hatch, a track fairly local to me actually, just over an hour away. Here on a, to be honest, quite a greasy day. There's actually been some fuel spillage this morning as well. You can see that just along the pit lane, which has been a little bit sketchy. A couple of cars spinning off, me included. Yeah, I have done a couple of sessions already, but this is of course the first track day with the new setup. Instantly, as I will show you in a minute when we hop out in the car, these brakes are outrageously good. Obviously on the wet weather setup today, the ZF8 2-forged wheels and also the PS5 Michelin tyres. Yeah, car's a bit dirty because, as I said, it has been a wet morning so far. But yeah, obviously, plan is hop out in the car, test out these brakes. I can show you just how ridiculous they are because they give you so much confidence, which is really, really nice, especially on a greasy day like this. I will warn you, towards the end of the lap, this is the Indy layout that we're doing today, towards the end of the lap is extremely slippy. So let's hop in, go for a few laps, try and keep it on the black stuff and show you just how mental these brakes are on this car. You can literally just stamp on the brakes. And the bite is absolutely insane. This corner here has been really slippy this morning. Just understeers so much. I think it's because it's an off-camber corner. Hey, look at that. GT86 getting a little sideways as well. Hard on the brakes. To be honest, I say hard on the brakes. I'm not really stamping on them. Kind of just tickling them really. Don't really want to lock up. believe this is my first time at Brands. I told you it was slippy. There's just no fade in them at all. I feel like a track like the Nürburgring, Nordschleife, would be incredible because you just get no fade. Of course, next year we're going to be trying that out. Again. About 120 on the brakes. They just give you so much confidence. Granted, this car is the kind of car which gives you a lot of confidence when you're driving it, because, you know, all-wheel drive, you feel very in control. It's not a rear-wheel drive car or anything, but it can be quite skitty, as we've seen on the last lap. Some slightly wet conditions, and it just gives you so much confidence. I remember this car before the aero, under braking it used to kind of overtake you as such, well, almost like it did a minute ago, to be honest, but it just brakes so true and so straight. More sliding. That corner is lethal. If you saw that then, but you can just see how much later you can brake. Oh, I love it. Tell you what, I think we'll call it off here. Do a nice little cool down lap. Very, very slippy track this, but a good one. Brilliant fun. Probably doesn't help that the tyres that I'm on have been heat cycled a lot, but yeah, always nice to test out some fresh mods within the same video, test them out, see what we think of them. But yeah, that is it for me today. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please do make sure you leave a like and make sure to subscribe for all the adventures still to come.